Today we're going to do another video. We're demonstrating using WasmEdge, the WebAssembly runtime, and also the distributed application runtime, Dapr, which is talking about having the best of both worlds when it comes to using a containerized solution for deploying distributed applications. Dapr is an open source framework for building microservices. WebAssembly VMs, such as WasmEdge, provide high performance and secure runtimes for microservice applications. In Dapr, each building block that you use is independent, and therefore you can use one, some, or all of them in your application. In this scenario, the request data is being passed to the WebAssembly runtime, WasmEdge. So why would we do this? Well, this is because WebAssembly programs can run safely and in isolation with extremely high performance, essentially as fast as compiled machine native libraries, and in addition, with significantly reduced load on system resources. So talking about having the best of both worlds, both Dapr and WasmEdge are perfect for cloud and edge applications. So today we're going to do a hands-on demonstration. We're going to create an application which does image processing and also object classification. So the first thing we need to do is install WasmEdge. So the WasmEdge GitHub here, and if you go to the docs, you'll see some information here. Perhaps the best installation, which is the one we'll be using today, is to install using this command here. And so we've done that before to save a bit of time. Now, the next step, of course, is to get started with this distributed application runtime, Dapr, and very simply go to docs.dapr.io. And the same down here, there's just a first step to install the Dapr command line interface. There's a couple of commands there that you can use. We just use this one today. And then from there, you just type this Dapr command, and that will show you that that's all correctly installed. Okay, very straightforward, both of those to install. We also initialize Dapr, and so that's again just Dapr init. So go ahead and do those few things. Pause the video if you want to follow along, but otherwise we want to move on to an article. So this article here, just scroll up to the top, is essentially outlining this demonstration of creating this application today. What we're going to do is scroll down to the code. So just after figure 2 in this article, there's some code here that we're going to run. If you want to pause the video and have a look at this URL, you can go and browse to that. And depending on where you're watching this, you could also just check the description for a clickable URL, which will take you straight to it. Okay, so these commands here are going into a directory called functions and then grayscale. So there's actually a Dapr Wasm repository. So if you go to the second state organization at github.com, and then you want to go to the Dapr-Wasm repository. Okay, so what we're going to do is just clear the screen here. I'm going to grab this code because this is the demo we're doing. So we copy that and we git clone that. Okay, perfect. All right, so back to here. We want to go to this Dapr Wasm repository that we've just cloned. And in here, we see this functions directory. So we go cd functions and then grayscale. All right, so once we're in there, now we're going to build this as part of the application. So this is the image processing. So this is a grayscale function that's part of this application. All right, so now we want to go back up and we want to go into the functions and classify. And we're going to do the same thing there, ./build.sh. That'll go ahead and build that function for us. So what we want to do is go back up. So we're out of the functions area now. Now we're into this web port area. Now we say using Golang, so go build Okay. Okay, and now we / run the web. Okay, so that's firing up a web endpoint, HTTP, listening on port 8080, and everything seems great. So I'm just going to grab a new tab on that same machine because we've got a little bit more to do, but we'll just leave that running in the background. Okay, so now we're going to build and start the microservice for the image processing, which is going to grayscale an image for us. So what we want to do here is cd into the image. Let's have a look here. Yep. Yeah, that's all. Okay, cd into the image API RS. Okay, and then cargo, build that. May just pause the video momentarily to save time. It shouldn't be too much longer. Okay, so that's all now complete. So now the next thing that we want to do, we're in this image API RS section, is we want to run this. Starting the microservice is done with / and run API rs.sh. Now we'll grab a new tab because we're going to build the last one here. So for this, we want to be in this image API go directory as outlined here. And then here, we're going to say go build -tags Tensorflow image. Okay, and that's built. And then we / run API go.sh. Okay, so we've got that running in there, and we've got remember right back, we've got this run web in the first tab. So what we're going to do now is quickly pop over and have a look at the IP address, the endpoint. Here we have the web application responding, and here we have this go function. So let's select the photo. Literally just downloaded a picture of Wikipedia. So it's going to classify this image, and it's very likely a hot dog in the picture. So that's how easy it is to use Dapr and WasmEdge. It's very convenient, very easy, and very useful to combine the use of the distributed application runtime known as Dapr, and also incorporate the WebAssembly VM, so the WebAssembly runtime called WasmEdge. And essentially we're building microservices and microservice applications for the web. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again next time.